Oh. Da-na-na, da-na-na,
Oh shit!
da-na-na.
I forgot of it. I forgot. Oh, my bad.
Say, Justin,
Yeah.
what's your favorite Tupac song?
Oh, it's hands down, Dear Mama. I can. It's
Okay.
probably my
What's
favorite.
your
It's probably my
second
favorite.
favorite? What's your
I
second
think you were
favorite
go off.
Tupac?
You were what just going off what you were doing. Probably changes would be my second
Da-na-na,
favorite.
da-na-na, da-na-na.
That some things will
That's
never
just the
change.
way.
Some
There
things
you
will
go.
never change, right? Like Neil Green being
Some
fired.
things will never change, but not us.
Us.
Not us. Not us. We evolve.
Mm.
But you know what? We here every Tuesday, so that really don't change. You know, every morning, every afternoon for Wahab. You know,
So,
so yeah, man. Listen, it's gonna be a great show today, man. This morning we're gonna talk. Somebody just asked me my feedback. I missed it, and we'll get back to it. But yo, man. So the title of this show is "Have the Saints and the Pelicans Found Their Future?" Now, unfortunately, we're still looking at parts of their past that's annoying, but we're gonna talk about it. We got a show here about Tyler Shough's first win. We're gonna talk Queen and Fears. LSU being in trouble. That was supposed to be a question, but it's not really a question because they are in trouble. And Tulane upsetting Memphis. Lala is not in here. Justin, you gotta find your clip. You have to find your clip of last week's show.
I do.
Of last week's show
I
where
do.
you said, you know what you said.
I know exactly what I said. I said I've seen this before, and Tulane's going to fail, and they proved me wrong.
Exactly. So,
And you see, look,
but
yeah, I mean, accountability. Yeah,
accountability. Yeah. Lido,
what's up,
morning person. My favorite morning person. How you doing, brother?
I ain't had coffee.
You ain't have coffee. Well, look, we're gonna be the caffeine for you. You know what I mean? That's what we do here. All right, man. So Lido's favorite quarterback. So we have to start with him, Tyler Shough. First show that we ever did here at 8:15 Central Time. Lido said out loud that he didn't care about Tyler Shough. He didn't want to see Tyler Shough. Tyler Shough stink. He had people in the comments calling him racist. All different kind of things. It was a great time. Great way to open up this beautiful series that we're doing. And Tyler Shough over the weekend won his first game, 19-27, 282 yards, 2 touchdowns. Alvin Kamara looked like more than just a shell of himself out there. Actually, yeah. There you go. Yeah, I mean, he looked like he actually had some energy there. Chris Olave, I think his first 100. No, it may not have been his first 100-yard game of the year. I think that Bears game might have been one, but I don't remember. Either way, 100 yards, 5 catches, had a touchdown. Made J.C. Horn look like his dad trying to play corner. Shout out to Joe Horn. Jawan Johnson, friend of the show, Justin's favorite, 92-yard game, 4 receptions, touchdown as well. As the Saints get their second win of the year. So let's get right into it. Lido.
Yes, sir.
Are your feelings about Tyler Shough different after his performance against a Carolina team that's been playing better as of late?
Man, you know what? I was going to come on here and apologize to Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
And then I changed my mind.
Yeah.
I'm not going to apologize after one game.
Right.
It's gonna take at least 4 or 5 of these showings for me to apologize. I will say, shout out to Tyler. Tyler, you played much better than I thought you would. Mm-hmm. There was a bad team, but a win is a win. So, in the Willie Green in me would say, the message that I have to Tyler is, just stay the course, just continue to fight, and just make sure, if that's who we're gonna be, that's who we are.
Yeah. Justin, you have an interesting look on your face. What about you, man? I think you even tweeted Tyler Shough is good.
He is.
You included him in a tweet with Derik Queen and Jeremiah Fears.
I did. I did.
What,
I think
what
Shucks
day?
did. The thing, well, I'll tell you a couple things that changed. One, I do remember Lito did a show by himself. I don't know, it was last year, 2 years ago, that everybody needed to apologize to Derek Carr. And so I want to shout out Lito for learning from his mistakes and not overreacting to one game.
Yeah.
But look here, my thing with Shuck is like the one thing out of college we talked about, like we all knew his arm strength and everything like that. His pocket presence was an issue, right? Where he was scared to take a hit. Like I saw in Carolina, like he had good pocket presence. I thought he stepped up into some throws. He made some plays with his legs. He didn't look scared. He looked really comfortable. 282 yards, and then just giving your receiver a chance to make a play. And like, look, we were Spencer Rattler fans. I'm still a Spencer Rattler fan, but Rattler never really did that. It was nice to see Shuck just take a shot to Olave and see what happens. And it turned into a 65-yard touchdown. And so I don't know, like I'm with Lito. It is one game, but at least Chris, for the first time in a while, and this is why I'm excited to talk about Fears and Queen, there's actually hope. Like I'm actually like hopeful. Like I'm actually interested to see what the next game looks like. And I think it's against Atlanta at home. And Chris, like I also want to talk about, I know we'll talk about Queen and Fears. It's the same thing that Queen and Fears gives us too, is at least hope for the future.
That's a really good point there, Justin. I mean, you saw the arm talent, you saw some of the the pocket mobility, you saw how his presence made mediocre talent look better. Yes, huh?
She's lying.
Shout out to liars, bro. Shout out to liars, bro. But Lala, I'm not saying you a liar because you would never lie, but I'm saying shout out to liars in general. Speaking of liars, anybody that said that Eagles Packers game was a good game yesterday, come on, god awful. Sets football back 15 years watching stuff like that. Just god awful. Prime time. Nobody wants to see that. This isn't 1967 anymore, bro. Like 10-3 games. Just don't.
I didn't get to watch the game because I was watching the Pelicans.
I didn't see it either.
Man, you didn't miss anything. You didn't miss anything. They were both bad. Well, it'll be interesting to see what Tyler Shough does after a bye week, I believe, right? Upcoming. And Atlanta. If he beats Atlanta, not saying Atlanta's playing fantastic, but we know what it means. If he goes in there and beats Atlanta and says the right things afterwards, he'll really have a chance to get some people behind him. And maybe Lito will apologize on the next show that we do.
I will say this. They're playing Atlanta at a decent time as Bijan Robinson is in a slump. I know that for my fantasy football purposes.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
Perfect. All right. Well, speaking of a slump here, we're gonna move over to some Pelicans talk. The Pelicans have another embarrassing loss. What are those? Maybe you know what though? It is a win because every time they lose, we get closer to somebody getting relieved.
Let's stop. Let's stop there.
Okay, never mind. It will never happen. Well, the Pelicans lose again by over 20 points. Another game where they don't in 2025 score 100 points. As they lose 121 to 98. You heard Justin, Ross, and Lito talk about it like sickos last night. Yeah. But
Chris, when will he get fired? When will he get fired? I can't take much more. When will he get fired?
The Tuesday before Thanksgiving.
Why?
I don't know.
Why not now? What's the difference?
Yeah, I would have fired him days ago. I would fire him today, but it doesn't look like that we're inching there. I don't know what they're afraid of. We've went past. They've played enough games to where he wouldn't make history being fired this early. But I guess at this point, let me ask you guys something. Yeah. Because we do want to ask about Queen and Fears being the future of basketball in the city. But if Zion isn't healthy, or if you're unclear on if he's going to play meaningful basketball back here soon, does it even matter what you do with Willie Green?
Yeah, because players have checked out on him. Coaches have checked out on him. People in the building have checked out on him. You can't have a head coach where people have checked out on. Like Dennis Allen was literally here last year when everyone just checked out. I'm not saying Kellen Kellen Moore hasn't been very good. They're 2-8 right now. I'm not saying that if Borrego gets hired, they're going to turn this around, but it's just you can't keep doing the same thing over and over again. You have to see some change. Like, is Willie at fault for is Willie at fault for everything? No.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's move forward here, man. So we Derik Queen and Jeremiah Fears. I mean, I know even I had a tweet over the weekend and they got a little bit of attention, saying that they were going to change basketball in the city. And look, this isn't something, Lito, Justin, we've watched this team since they entered New Orleans, right? So this isn't like a tweet that's just based off the past 10 years or just recency bias. Like, we've seen the beginning. And I think these two have, like, even with the small things, like them getting into it with Dillon Brooks, and I mean, who the fuck is Dillon Brooks? But the fact that
a culture changer,
rookies, apparently, the fact that your rookies just aren't afraid of these things, aren't afraid of failing, aren't afraid of bad performances. Derik Queen's just out there just having fun. Jeremiah Fears putting in the work. I mean, living, sleeping, breathing basketball right now. As you would say, Lito, these two appear to have the right amount of delusion that it takes to ultimately change basketball in the city, and not just for a few years, maybe as we know it. Do you get that feeling from them, or are they going to take more time?
It's going to take time for sure. It's definitely going to take time, and along with that, it's going to take coaching, a coaching change. It's going to take a change voice wise, organizationally. Look, I joke about Dillon. I'm not joking when I say Dillon Brooks is a culture changer. I could point to Memphis. I could point to Houston. I could say these things. I'm gonna tell you one thing last night that caught my attention. After Queen got into it with Brooks or Nick Richards, the thing that I saw when they zoomed into the sideline was Zion smiling. I ain't like that shit. Go help your rook. Somebody's supposed to be out there front lining for the rookie. It ain't supposed to be able to get to him. They're not supposed to be able to touch him up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's supposed to be a guy out there. Nah, don't play with him. He with us. I don't like that.
So the only thing about the Zion thing is he technically can't come off the bench. But I see but people on the court could have done that.
You ain't playing. What you losing?
Because I'll tell you, you're
not playing.
You know what's funny, Lito? You know who's that sequence? You know who actually stood up for Derik Queen? Was Jeremiah Fears.
Was it Jose? Oh,
no,
okay.
It was Jeremiah Fears.
Well, you saw what Jeremiah
redirected
did in
to Fears.
You saw what Jeremiah did in Summer League. Hey, them boys don't take no shit, man. I like that. I like to me, I like that shit because then your coach gets on the stand and you talk about a fucking coward. If that's who we gonna be, bitch, you set the tone on who we gonna be. You supposed to set the tone on who we gonna be. You letting a 19 and a 20-year-old determine who we gonna be? What is your purpose then? What is the use? What is the use of you? Justin, I feel what you're saying about Zion, but you ain't playing no way. You ain't playing no way. What are you losing?
So no, I'm with you.
So Justin, we've seen the end of Baron Davis and Jamal Mashburn. That led into CP, David West, Tyson Chandler, which maybe was a little bit earlier from an organizational and ownership standpoint in his time in New Orleans, but you had that run. You take that into Anthony Davis and Drew, and that goes into Anthony, AD, and Boogie. Drew, that doesn't last long. And then we got Zion and BI. What's going to be different about Queen and Fears, or what's different about them even early on that you think gives them a path to changing New Orleans basketball?
That's a good question. That's a really good question, Chris. The one thing with Fears that I love about him is that, like, I think he truly loves the game. Like, when I'm not saying that the guy's previously before him didn't. I'm just trying to answer your question.
You could say that.
Yeah, like Fears. Well, not Zion, but Fears.
I don't
Fears
think
I don't think he does. Fears is in the gym every single day trying to get better. Like, I don't know if y'all looked at his post game presser last night. The kid is impressive, like on and off the court. Does he make the greatest decisions right now? No, he's gonna fight through those mistakes, and he'll get better from it. He's gonna get a lot of run this year. I just truly love the way he attacks the game. He attacks his work, and that he truly just wants to play and be great for the city. And then you look at Derik Queen. I think Derik Queen had a quote the other day saying, like, we want to bring back New Orleans basketball. Like, I feel like the two are just about the city. Like, I really do. I feel like these two want to be here. They want to do well. And Derik Queen, like, he's the type of guy I thought Zion would be. I really did. I thought the big smile, the personalities, a little goofy, but he's like really talented. Like, I truly enjoy watching him. And I'm interested to see, and also, Chris, last thing I'll say about this, Fears and Queen coming up together, like literally one more thing, literally drafted in the same draft, 7 and 14. Like, I think there's just that ultimate connection that Brandon and Zion didn't really have. Like, you saw CP and D West have that. I know they were back-to-back years, but still kind of like they're brought up together, right? Brandon and Zion weren't really brought up together. Brandon had 4 years in the league, I think 3 or 4, and then Zion got traded or got drafted and Brandon got traded. Like, I feel like these two are actually homegrown talents that will grow together. And I totally agree with your tweet. I truly think the future is bright with those two. I just don't know what's going to happen over these next 70 games.
Go ahead.
Lito, I thought Austin Rivers and Anthony Davis being drafted in the same class would do it. Imagine if it would have been Dame Lillard. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, for me, I'm with Justin, and I'm with you about changing the culture of it. And you know the thing with Fears and Queen, I don't think it's delusion. That doesn't appear to be delusion to me. That shit is legit. Like, I'm seeing Fears put the work in. You know, I'm seeing Justin. You always ask for players. You know, what are they working on in the summer? Like, I got so much basketball from Fears this summer, and
it's all he does, Leo. It's all he does.
You know, and I'm gonna say this personality-wise. You talk about Queen and Zion. I think for me, yes, a little bit goofy, a little bit aloof, but it's a demon behind those eyes.
Chris said it. Yeah, Chris said it a couple shows ago. Like, don't let the goofiness like distract you.
Yeah. He called Nick Richardson ass. He called Nick Richards ass yesterday. You ass, bro. You are. I
think he's already picked up like 2 technicals. Like,
bro.
In his Baltimore voice, Lito.
Yeah. Hey, you ass, Mo.
Thank you. Well. To be fair, we gotta correct that. I believe Mo is more of a DC thing.
It is a DC thing. Yeah, that's true.
Yo is more of a Baltimore thing. You know what I mean? It's more of a you ass, yo. Shout out to the Wire. I apologize, y'all. My accents ain't what they used to be, but I'm working on it. I gotta watch the film. We are going to.
Wait, I want to hear your thoughts on Queen and Fears.
Man, I agree with everything you guys said. I think it's the right time. I think that the work is there. I think the personalities are there. And the reason I said delusion, Lito, is because I think to change something that has been as bad or inconsistent and as downtrodden as New Orleans basketball has been, you have to believe a little bit more. What the hell going on?
My voice.
Oh, okay. I think you gotta be a little delusional to think, just a little crazy to believe, okay, we're gonna be the ones. We're gonna be the ones to turn this into another era. We're gonna be the ones to take this brand of basketball, this era of basketball, and turn into something that the NBA has never seen, that the franchise has never seen. They'll never talk about the fans will never worry about relocation again after us. You got to do what from a different perspective, while what Russ and KD and James did for Oklahoma City, even though that was branching off of Seattle's run. You have to do what from a different perspective what Zebo and Marc Gasol and Tony Allen and those guys did for Memphis basketball. Like, it's not changing around the New York Knicks. You're changing around. You're changing the New Orleans Pelicans. So I just feel like it takes a little bit more, you know, and deep, but they seem to have whatever that more is. They have that belief. And I just see so many different things like this gonna happen, Justin. They're gonna be working on the offseason. We're gonna see film.
What you just said is perfectly like is so well said and constructed, because I've thought about this for a while now. Like, I don't know, like there's always this whole thing like Zion didn't want to be drafted here and so on and so forth. And I have no proof of that, but like I do really feel like what you just said, Derik Queen and Jeremiah Fears, like they actually want to change the franchise. I feel like we haven't drafted rookies that actually want to change the franchise, right? Like Kyra Lewis was whatever. Jordan Hawkins is like, like Dyson Daniels didn't want to come in and change the franchise, right? Like I feel like these two guys like actually take it personal. Actually, like every single night I'm going to show up and I want to play. I think it was so last night. Perfect example. Jeremiah Fears, who started the game. They're getting their ass kicked the whole night, 30 points. Like Willie was like, all right, you're coming out, you're done for the night. And Jeremiah was like, no, I'm playing. Jeremiah Fears literally is like, I'm playing. Like, I want to get better. I want to get as many reps as possible. How many times have you ever heard that in a Pelican? Someone as a New Orleans Pelican say that. And the kid's 19. So like that, to me, that shows me he cares. That shows me he wants to do better. He wants to work on certain things. He wants to fucking win. And I think that's important to have kids, can be that to have 19, 20-year-olds already establish that culture. Like, nah, like we're not like settling for this loser type shit. And I really do think Queen and Fears can change that.
They walk around like they belong. That matters. They carry themselves like they belong.
They won.
They won. And I can't imagine what year 2 is going to look like. And unfortunately, watching this franchise, we haven't had enough opportunities to see. We don't have a long list of rookies or group of rookies or a young group to kind of watch because of the different changes and failures and inconsistencies and impatience, all different things that has happened. We get to actually watch this and watch two really talented players grow together. The last time you saw that was Chris Paul and David West in regards to homegrown talent. We're not gonna spend long on LSU.
I'm about to say,
we
talking about the Pelicans.
Yeah,
we can keep talking about the Pelicans. All right, here you go. LSU's in trouble. Yeah, they got their ass kicked in Tuscaloosa. Like
Justin, they're 5-4. Is this one of the most disappointing LSU seasons in recent memory?
Yeah, I said that over the weekend. Hands down. I remember we had the Max Johnson era or season with Ed Ogeron. I think that was his final season. They lost to UCLA. Brian Kelly has just been an ultimate failure. Every single year has been a disappointment. But this year, you went out, you spent a lot of NIL money. You got a bunch of transfers. You kept saying, see you in the national championship. You had a 5th-year senior quarterback who's been in the system for 5 years. You had Aaron Anderson. You had Hilton. You had Barian Brown coming in from Kentucky. You had cornerbacks come in, transfer. Like you had Harold Perkins. You had the Weeks brothers. Like this was supposed to be your year, and you're 4 losses in, and we're not even midway through November. It's one of the worst seasons in LSU's history. Not just like recent memories in LSU's history, one of the most disappointing. Like I don't ever remember, like Les Miles won 10 games every single year. I don't ever remember it being like a disappointment. I mean, I guess you could say like the national championship where they didn't cross the 50-yard line was a disappointment, but the season overall wasn't a disappointment. This has been a joke. And now like they're saying Brian Kelly's asking for all the money and looks like it's going to go to court. So there's that as well. Good stuff. Does that wrap everything up?
I mean, to me,
if I'd have told y'all that Nuss was 18 for 21, you'd be like, shit, man, he was accurate, he was efficient, he did everything he wanted to do. He obviously was aware of the reads. The brother threw for 121 yards.
I think 10 of those completions were behind the line of scrimmage, Leo.
Listen, man, I feel like a loser for talking about LSU. Like I feel like I'm better than that.
Chris, I want to get back to the Pelicans for a little bit.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Because where do they go from here? They're 2-8. Do you think? Let me ask this: do you think firing Willie Green will make a change at all?
I think it can if Zion is healthy, because I think that if Zion is healthy and they do it before like 20 games, But I mean, if you were 5-20, 5-15, and that's being generous, to be honest, or they're 3-17, or they're 4 and like what are we doing? Like they eventually this becomes too big of a deficit for them to climb out of, no matter who the hell the coach is. Then it puts unreal expectations on on James Borrego of being the fixer of everything. And there gonna be things about James Borrego that's gonna piss us off as well. He's gonna make mistakes too. Shout out to Queen. So it doesn't fix everything, but if you want to even have a shot at it, turning any part of the season around, you got to do it before 20 games. You got to do it before you're staring at 12 games, below 500, that kind of setup. So, I mean, I hope they ultimately do make a change. And I think that they will this year. I felt like that they should have made it much earlier if they really cared about changing this season, because they can't be watching something that gives them hope for any type of success once we fast forward to March or April,
Go ahead, Lito.
I want to answer that question. Do I feel like anything positive will happen from firing Willie Green? Yes, I think for sure. Look, I don't know if Borrego is the answer long term. I can't give you that. But what I can say is, we were talking about the last pod. We talked about Mason Plumlee, and he averaged 7 assists a game that year that Borrego was the guy in Charlotte. And the thing is, with Borrego, at least you get an actual offensive mind. And these kids, I'm calling them kids, like these young men, they are absolutely ready for prime time. They are ready to take the next steps. You know what I'm saying? And I hate that Willie Green got such a diluted product that they looking around thinking that this shit is normal. And this is not normalcy. You saw the clip of Willie working with Herb the other day. After 5 years, we finally get a clip of Willie actually trying to teach basketball to somebody. And it was some 1980s turn post pivot into a float. Like, bro, go sit down. Like, go sit down. No, I don't. I do believe that I believe a different voice is always an attractive thing for a team, because the message gets stale. And in this case, the messaging was never fresh. It was just rhetoric. It was no foundation, nothing implemented. It was just words, joy, compassion, hope, force. Like, these aren't basketball principles.
Right. Like, yeah. Go ahead, Chris. I mean, it's frustrating because, like, I'm looking at the standings and I see some comments, and it's like the Pelicans are 3.5 games out of like the 6th seed. The season's like definitely not over, but it's like you still have a chance.
Do it now.
Do it now. Why wait, Chris? Why wait another 15 games when that balloons to 9.5 games? Just do it now.
We'll see. Almost 70 people in here, man. We appreciate y'all starting your morning here with us, man. All the comments, all the maniacs in the chat. 71 people now in here talking about a bunch of trash.
8:15 a.m. on Tuesdays every Tuesday.
Yeah, man. But I tell you something, someone that's not trash.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you a team that's not trash. Look, I got a soundbite for you guys here. I got a soundbite. You guys ready?
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell me if you recognize this voice.
I go first, though. No. I think Tulane gets smoked.
Ooh, you don't think it's
gonna
be close?
It's not shot John Summerall. It's not shot the program. I just think John Summerall's gone. And I think the distractions of I've seen this play out so many times. You hear LSU, you hear Auburn, you hear Arkansas. Like I've just seen this play out so many different times where a mid-level coach who's a really good coach, 8 games in the year, you have an 8-1 record, whatever, and like all of a sudden these teams start these.
Yeah, whatever. Justin,
I'll go. So, shout out to me for being accountable of myself and apologizing. So I'm gonna shout myself out, John Summerall. You absolutely proved me wrong, and I'm happy. Now, I will say this: if they win out, do they make the playoff?
Well,
because there's going to be, you're going to have James Madison, right? They'll be undefeated. Mm-hmm. I think you got USF and then it's Tulane. John Summerall 100% proved me wrong. What they did in Memphis was incredible. They almost blew it, but that was a big statement win for that program. And I think that momentum after getting blown out against UTSA, like they have a legit chance. Now that they have 2 losses, which is going to hurt them. But if they win out when the American Conference Championship, like there's a shot there.
And if you're Tulane, bro, that's all you can really ask for, Lito, just to be in the conversation. No matter what, it's inching towards a really successful season. Now they got to take care of business and not have another UTSA meltdown. But with FAU, Temple, and Charlotte coming up, so on and so forth. But I think I was with Justin, and most people that predicted how the game would go picked Memphis to win. Yeah, the odds makers definitely did. Yeah, but man, like 38-32. I mean, they got off to a roaring start in Memphis, man. And what you think, Lito? Like, I mean, you have to give your thoughts about the the playoff, but
no, man, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I killed Tulane the same way Justin did, bro. That performance against UTSA for me was dog shit, and I pointed to Justin. I said this last week. I pointed to the quarterback situation. I said if they're gonna have a chance, he's gonna have to play outside of his mind. And you know what he did? 16
outside of his mind.
332 yards, 3 touchdowns. I think he ran for 40 yards.
Hey, and Justin, a touchdown.
And a touchdown.
He played like a dude. He was a dude. He was a dude on Friday.
What a time to pick. What a time to play your best game of the season. Well, he had a game against ECU where I think he threw for 350. But
no, but this was
the game of the year.
The lights was bright. The lights was brighter in this game.
No disrespect, but we're about to disrespect. Who's East Carolina? Yeah, like this was on the road. You had to have this game. I think Memphis beat them last couple of years. I want to say.
Yeah.
I just know all the games have been close. I think all the games have been close. That's all I can tell you.
I mean,
really good win.
You talk about what up, Five? You talk about a guy taking a step, man. I think I told you, Chris. This is me and you potting right now. I told that brother Justin. I said, man, Jake better than us.
This fucking guy. You've had so many bad takes, and now we're going off this.
Jake better than us, man.
This is just criminal.
Lala, what he said? Lala, what he said? Lala,
man, you really, yeah.
Well, look, man.
Band of Brothers. You should read the book.
Justin, be mad at Willie Green, bro. Don't be mad at me.
Hey, Chris, I'm not lying to you. I'm gonna keep cutting you off, but Lito's really started a movement with the Bill E. Green. I can't tell you how many people now say Bill Green. Like it's one of the more funnier things I've seen in a long time.
Shout out to Bill Green, man. This is City Edition game week, y'all. We get to see the Pelicans pull out.
Just win games. I don't fucking care about the uniform. Okay, I don't care about the court. I don't care about the color scheme. Can you win basketball games? That's all I care about. We're 2-8. We got foam hats for this game. Like, this is ridiculous.
Well, wait. I was talking about Tulane.
Man.
I was talking about Tulane jersey. The Uptown joints.
I thought you were talking about the Pelicans.
Hey, you know what I mean? Nah, I wasn't talking about the Pelicans. No one cares. I'm talking about even though that is this week as well. Ironically, I was talking about Tulane jerseys.
Okay, my bad.
Justin, we got to get Ross on the line, bro. I need a jersey and a helmet. Like, I need that fucking helmet. Bro, the helmet $550. Like, hey.
To be honest with you, like, Tulane, you know what, Lito? Like, I'm just gonna contact the 88 Tulane. We need a helmet. We need a helmet.
Bro, tell them we big fans. Actually, I just bought a Tulane crew neck last week, bro. Like, Tulane, fuck with us, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Beautiful helmet, beautiful jerseys, great design, man. As I mean, they had
about the Pelicans.
What's the name? No, man. What's the name of that song, Lito? Gangsta to the core. All I heard is we no more.
I hear the bullshit. I play.
Yeah. What's the name of the song though? Around me,
living like a man. Finger on the trigger. Golly.
Yeah.
Got money in my pocket. I'm an uptown.
Come on.
Yeah. Good job. Look, in the show, we got Justin on a Tuesday morning to finish a Birdman and Lil Wayne. So like, what we like, he finished the lyrics. Like, that's amazing. I just don't remember the name of the fucking
God, what is the name? Neck of the Woods.
Neck of the Woods,
bro. Potter of the year. Like,
Potter of the year.
Somebody get my dog. Let him cook,
Jared, I don't want my respect, Jared. I know Jared's watching. I want my respect.
Let my son
There he is.
Uptown in the building. Not a sound. All right. That's it for us, man. Look, y'all have a good week, man. Saints got a bye week, so you ain't really you don't have to worry about watching mediocre to bad football, even if you are a Tyler Shough fan. The Pelicans they have Portland, I believe, coming up Wednesday. They got the Lakers coming up Friday, so we'll see how their season continues.
So it's Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. Yeah.
I believe so. We'll see if Tulane can continue up the good news. No one cares about LSU, unfortunately. And more Clean and Fears. This is what we're here for. This is what we do. You know to find us post game Wednesday, Friday at the end. Even when you think we won't show up, even when someone says we are canceled.
Come on.
We're there. So are y'all, man.
Later.